Hello friends, it's Sarah from Sweet Scents from the Dollhouse. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, welcome back. Today I have decided I'm going to do a little mini series that I'm going to call Swax Files. If you are wondering what Swax is, I'm talking sweaty wax. That's right, I am finally going to address the topic of the Scentsy sweats. So I like to share my opinions on this channel, but I don't go flabbing off at the mouth about just anything without fact checking and knowing my stuff. You know, I value people's opinions. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, but I value an opinion a lot more if they've got facts or reasoning to back up that opinion. Also, first-hand experience. And I really didn't have a lot of first-hand experience with the Scentsy sweats. Before I became a Scentsy consultant, I was a 7-year customer, but it was like an in and out thing. Like I would order 6 bars on a regular basis, warm them, use them, order again. I really didn't have a big Scentsy stash or a hoard. I was warming it as quickly as I could and ordering more. I think once in a blue moon, I would get in on a 10 for whatever deal. If my local consultant was running it, great. But for the most part, I was only ever ordering 6 bars at a time, so I didn't have first-hand experience with the Scentsy sweats. And now that I'm a Scentsy consultant, I'm also in a lot of wax chat groups, and I have this channel, so I talk to people with various different opinions. And I find that there's definitely 2 sets of opinions and hardcore opinions on the Scentsy sweats. So first of all, you've got what I always refer to as the purple people eaters, and these are like the Scentsy diehards, you know, and they make some pretty outlandish claims that even Scentsy doesn't make themselves, but sometimes people like to embellish things a little bit, put their own spin on it. That's not always a good thing. For instance, the warranty, right? And I'm going to make another video getting into that. You know, they'll tell customers or the public that Scentsy is the best warmer to buy, and yes, it might be a little bit expensive, but it's got an unlimited lifetime warranty. Well, no, you're leaving out the most important, biggest thing is that it's a manufacturer's warranty. We're not talking Apple Care. You can't take your warmer outside and run it over with your car and expect Scentsy to replace it. It's a manufacturer's warranty, and there is a big difference. But they leave that very important piece of information out when they're spreading their propaganda. Also, Scentsy is the only safe product to use. Everything else is bad for you. I've encountered these people in wax chat groups where they're like, oh yeah, I'd love to try new things, but is it as safe as Scentsy? Well, Scentsy's paraffin. I don't care if it's food grade paraffin or what kind of paraffin. Paraffin is paraffin. But these purple people eaters, if you ask them, what is paraffin or where do you get paraffin? How do you get paraffin? They have no idea. No clue. That paraffin is a derivative of petroleum. It's gasoline, it's fuel. We drill and we mine into our earth for that. So it's a great grade of paraffin, but they make some pretty outlandish claims that not even Scentsy themselves make. So they're an interesting breed. Then there's, you know, the topic of the Scentsy sweats, which is always interesting because they're like, if a Scentsy bar sweats, it's okay. You can still use it, but you've done something wrong. You're storing it wrong. You didn't store it in a cool, dry, dark place. You've done this. That's not true either. So then you get the polar opposite side of the field, and these are the Scentsy haters. These ones are hilarious. Oh, and I get it. Like, I respect the purple people eaters for their level of passion, whether their opinions are educated or even correct or outlandish or whatever. Sometimes I still respect that level of passion. The Scentsy haters, they got some strong animosity. I'm in like Wex chat groups, or even I've met people in person. In person is the worst because they give you the look like, what? Like I just asked if I could piss in their cornflakes. What? 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 Why? Why? Why are you Scentsy consultant? Don't you know Scentsy sucks? I'm like, whoa. Whoa. Why is that so offensive to you? And that's a really vague claim to make. And that's your opinion, but again, I respect it more if you've got some facts to back that up. It's pretty negative. Why do you think Scentsy sucks? Because I don't think Scentsy sucks. Well, because of the reformulation. Don't you know that Scentsy reformulated their product in 2013? I'm like, really? No, I had no idea, and that's really strange because I'm a Scentsy consultant, and I should have known about this so I can tell people this. Please tell me where you read about this alleged reformulation of 2013. I don't even know how they've numbered it, like, or narrowed it down to that year, but that's the year they claim it happened, 2013. I'm like, point me to your resource, right? Like, I want to know. I'm a fact girl. Like, I love intellect, you know, cold hard facts. Show them. Nothing gets my motor running than people who use their brain. Well, I didn't read it anywhere. I just know. I know they reformulated because I've used Scentsy every day of my life, even though the company is only 14 years old. I used it every day of my life until 2013 when they reformulated and now it sucks. That's interesting. Because you're trying to tell me that Scentsy is the first company in the history of forever that went through the painstaking task of reformulating their proprietary blend to make it worse? Really? Do you know that no other company does that? Ever? Do you know how much it costs companies to reformulate a product? Do you know that it takes months, sometimes years of trials and test runs before they'll just reformulate their entire line? Also, do you know that when a company does a reformulation, it's to make it better? And no company in the history of forever has ever reformulated something to make it worse and then went, shh, no one can know. When companies reformulate a product, everybody and their brother knows because they want everyone to know we've reformulated and made our brand better. They would especially make sure that consultants knew about the alleged reformulation of 2013. It'd be a big thing in our sales and our teaching materials that in 2013 we made our product better and this is why, this is how we did it. Now sell, 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 sell. I can assure you there is no secret literature. Scentsy consultants aren't sworn to any like secrecy of the reformulation of 2013. No, it's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. And I've met the Scentsy haters who say that the Scentsy wax started to sweat in 2013, and that's why they believe in this whole reformulation theory. Okay? So I'm cruising down the middle trying to mind my own business because you can't talk common sense to either one of these sides of people, right? I decided to do this little mini series to dispel the myths from both sides of the Scentsy sweats. I'm going to tell you from a realistic, scientific, factual reasons why the Scentsy bar sweats. And I can guarantee you it is not because of the way you're storing it. It is also not because of an alleged reformulation of 2013, okay? When I first decided to do this, the reason that brought it on, because again, I had no firsthand knowledge and experience. I have watched some pretty cringe-worthy YouTube videos of Scentsy consultants explain the Scentsy sweats, and they really have no clue what they're talking about other than regurgitating information off the Scentsy blog. And it's literally cringeworthy because you know that they have not spent 2 seconds free thinking. It's irritating. So that is what I'm going to cover in this little mini series, and it has nothing to do with the Purple People Eaters perspective, and it really has nothing to do with the Scentsy haters. Again, I'm cruising right down the middle. The reason I decided to make this is because now I have first-hand experience. I filmed the first episode of this little mini-series because I had a customer order 6 bars at random, customer's choice, from the Fall and Winter 2017 catalog. Just so happened I had those 6 bars left over, and I love moving my old stock out because we're on the cusp of the spring-summer release. I don't want Pumpkin Christmas hanging out. I like to move it. I filmed a video on my whole ideals of stock. You'll see more in detail of that video, but I'm super excited. Again, customer pick, so these are at random. Pick 6 out of my stock. 4 out of the 6 were a sweaty mess. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Because I store my Scentsy wax in the same room that I store all of my home fragrance. And this is my hobby. This is my, like everyone has a hobby, you know? Some people go to the casino once a week and that's what they sink their spare money into. Home fragrance is kind of like my hobby. That's my thing. You know, I don't get my eyelashes filled or my nails done. Like, my fun money is spent on home fragrance. So why, in theory, would I spend my money on stuff and then not store it properly? Of course it's all stored properly. Some of it is especially stored properly because it's a business investment. So of course I'm not exposing it to light or extreme temperatures. It's a business investment. Okay? So 4 out of 6 Scentsy bars are sweaty, and I'm like, this is kind of crazy odds. Maybe I can make a video and dispel the myth of the Scentsy sweats. So I pull 3 baskets at random and I go through them in the video, and I'm not going to post that video because it's a reactionary video. You get my real-time reaction and my disappointment, really, because 45% of my precious Scentsy hoard is sweaty, nasty mess. So I don't think I'm going to post that video. I'm not going to give you exact numbers, but I can assure you that I go through the bins and literally every other one stored in the same bin in the same conditions is sweating. And I can assure you, out of the 30, maybe 40 companies of wax that I have in there, I went through everything because I've got scoopable wax, which is softer than Scentsy. Sonoma wax is softer than Scentsy. I went through everything. And Scentsy is the only company that's sweating. This is Super Tarts. This is now at the level of mass production. They're notoriously messy, but presentation doesn't really matter to me. This one is not sweating. This is a really small company. It's literally a one-man band. It is hand poured. Same age as most of my Scentsy wax in there, and it's not sweating. And my Scentsy hoard is not 2, 3, 4 years old of stuff sitting around that I couldn't move. Everything in my Scentsy collection is from July until now. I've got bars that are sweating that I purchased in July. I've got bars in there that are sweating that I just purchased this December, not even a full month ago. So it's not about age either. It's not about storage. This is a small, super small Etsy vendor, hand poured in her kitchen, dry as a bone, not sweating. Soy wax from Regina, Saskatchewan. Again, small, mom and pop shop, not sweating. This is Sensationals wax, which is mass produced and really not good quality wax or fragrance oils. Hard as a rock, not the best stuff. Sometimes you find a gem, like every 40 bars. But, again, stored in the same conditions, same environment, same amount of light, same temperature. It's not sweating. Scentsy Sweaty Wax is something that's limited to Scentsy. I can tell you, though, for sure, that all of these brands have the capacity and the ability to get sweaty, but they don't. Also, you can go on any one of their websites, their companies, big or small, and see if they have a Q&A section. See if they talk about sweaty wax, or why their wax might sweat, or if they blame it on the customer's storage. They don't. I visited all of these websites, and they don't have an issue with sweaty wax. It is an issue that's limited to Scentsy. So I was a little disappointed to find 45% of my collection sweating. And I've decided to do a little mini series to address the do's and don'ts, and basically the scientific reason why Scentsy wax is sweating, as well as whether or not it is a good thing, like the purple people eaters will tell you, that it's no big deal, warm it anyways, but it's your fault. I can assure you it's not your fault, and I can assure you that it has nothing to do with the alleged reformulation of 2013, but I will get down to the facts. So stay tuned and comment down below. Do you have experience with the Scentsy sweats? What are your ideas? Do you feel like it performs differently when the fragrance oils have come out of the wax? Let me know. I look forward to discussing this topic and hearing your opinions and how you feel about it. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.